What's up, people? Today I'm going to talk to you about friendship and something I learned about it from My Little Pony. Yeah, My Little Ponies. So, my story begins with the My Little Pony Girls of Equestria or Equestria Girls or something like that movie. Somehow I found out that my kid loves My Little Pony, and one day I saw like a preview that they were going to have this movie coming out, this My Little Pony movie. So I wanted to do something with her father daughter style. And so I said, well, let me just take her to this because I knew that she was into it, and I'd seen a couple of episodes. And I kind of will watch a couple shows that she watches to make sure it has good messages. And then if I feel like it has a good message, then I'll let her watch it. And if it doesn't have a good message, then I just try to distract her from paying attention to those kinds of shows. And we kind of limit the amount of shows she watches. But with this show, it has like a lot of good lessons about friendship and stuff. So I've seen enough episodes enough to know that I was cool with the show. And I thought it would be a really awesome thing if I could take her to the movie. So the day that the movie came out, I was trying to meet my sister-in-law up there with my daughter's cousin to take her to go see it. And what ended up happening was it was sold out. And I was kind of shocked. But they only had like two showings, or one showing actually. But what was shocked me more was I saw a lot of adults there without children. And I was like, well, what's up with that? Because I didn't know if they were buying the tickets for kids or what the deal was. But I saw that seemed like they were really into it. But what even shocked me more is I saw some people were literally crying because they didn't get to see the movie, kids and adults. And I was like, what in the world? How is this? What's up with that? I had no clue. So then, first I thought it was a little funny, but whatever. So I went and got tickets for the next day in advance to make sure that we were going to be able to see it. And then again, we went to the theater, and there was a lot of adults there with no kids. And I was like, what? What is this? But at any rate, I just kind of ignored it. But then when we were watching the movie, there were these adults like really commenting on the movie, speaking in the movie, and I was just like, I just couldn't believe it. And some of them were there with like pony shirts and all sorts of stuff, and I knew nothing about this subculture. And then my wife and I both were kind of like curious about it. And then something happened, man. Besides the movie being good, I'm not gonna lie, I liked it. And felt some feelings in my heart because I'm a sensitive kind of guy. When I watched it, I really was happy that my daughter was watching this kind of show because some of the lessons that they were teaching, I thought was good because I can refer back to the show to relate to my daughter. So I appreciated that when I want to teach her lessons about being a friend and things like that. But then when we were walking out, I saw this group of people and they were talking about the movie. They were all adults or like high teenage or older talking about the show. And I saw how they were connecting over it. And it was like the kids were like from different races and stuff and some of them a little bit different age groups and stuff. But they were just talking about the show and like they were so into it. And then, man, I ain't gonna lie, my loving heart, man, I felt like the Grinch. You know how the Grinch was all like, his heart was like, eh, and then next you know it was like, because it saw like the spirit of Christmas. That's what I was feeling like when I saw these people just talking about this My Little Pony like it was real. But then I started thinking about, well, what is real about it? What is it about it that I love sharing with my daughter? And it was really the lessons that it taught about friendship. And I saw these people being friends to each other, and I felt a mite bit sensitive, man. And I told myself I was going to write something about it, but I really didn't know how to broach the subject, so I just kind of left it alone. But then today I bought the DVD of the movie with my for my daughter, and I was excited for her to see it, and I also bought it for another kid for a birthday party. But I was excited because I started thinking, man, this show is going to teach them some stuff about friendship. But then it brought me to my consciousness, reminded me about those people that I saw. So I decided to look it up, and I found out there's actually a group of people called Bronies, which a lot of them are males. And I had seen on YouTube, and I didn't know what was going on because I saw these like adult people commenting on YouTube videos about the thing, and I was like, this isn't serious, right? But there's a real subculture called Bronies who a lot of them are male. Some of them are like black. I saw in the preview for the documentary they make about Brony, and there's this buff black dude singing some My Little Pony song. He's like, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? That face was priceless. I just saw my own face looking crazy. But anyway, I was just like, what in the world is this, man? But you know, I love God. I love people. I know I probably came out of nowhere, but I said, man, there's got to be something to this. You know, there's something we can learn from this. And I saw a little preview, and I saw some of the kids talking about like how they didn't have friends until they had bronies and all this other stuff like that. And I said, man, that's, you know what? That's a good thing. I mean, I grew up. I used to get joked and stuff because I was short, and or because my name was Pedro, and they'd be like, Pedro, Pedro, go back to Mexico, and all this other stuff. And I mean, I knew what it was like to be put down and joked and stuff like that. And then by God's grace, I had some friends. You know, I had a few friends that like accepted me as me and like helped me to, in one way or the other, by accepting me, helped me to just stick to myself. To like, and what I mean by that is they helped me to find the strength of who I was, or stay in the strength of who I was, despite all the other stuff that's going on around me. And there was one kid in the preview. I'm gonna post a preview on the blog. There was a kid in the preview who said basically he wasn't gonna let anybody tell him like how to be and who to be, and I can relate to that, you know. And who he is a person that's in the My Little Ponies, and I haven't seen the documentary yet, but I do think that I'm gonna see it, and I'll probably write something about that as well. But I just wanted to say, you know, if you find yourself in a situation where you're different or something like that, and the world doesn't relate to you, I'm going to say, you know, forgive us, be patient with us, but love you. Love you, stick to who you know you are, and to the friends who accept you as you, and just blossom and grow in that. And, you know, it's a good thing. So I appreciate all you bronies out there who I haven't met. I wouldn't qualify as a brony, but I appreciate what you are and what you're doing, and the other people who are just loving themselves and finding people who support them in loving themselves. So here's the friendship, and hopefully you guys get something out of this blog. And if you meet a brony, be cool to them.